All right, welcome back. As you can see in front of me, I got a number of boots here. This is just a partial collection. I got the rest downstairs. And what I thought I'd do today is kind of go through the cowboy boot collection. It's been a popular video in the past, so I figure maybe you'll enjoy it. I cleaned up a number of the boots, kind of got them winterized, so to speak, and getting ready to sell a few. And so, yeah, let's do a video. So here we go. This is a collection here. Like I said, I got some downstairs. These are some of the ones that I wear on a regular basis, so I keep them upstairs. And the first pair is probably my favorite. My favorite type of skin is alligator belly. And this is a Jones boot. So I don't know if we can see the label inside. Let's see here, maybe. Kind of see it there. Jones boot out of Texas and Harper, Texas, I believe. So it's a small boot manufacturer, but I found these on eBay, which is where I found many of my boots, probably the majority. And this Jones boot is just a beautiful skin, shines great. It's great for you can do casual wear, but you can certainly do dress up with these boots. So the first pair is the Jones Alligator Belly. So the next pair here is a pair that I just got. I don't have enough boot trees, so you can kind of see the difference between when you have them in a boot tree and you don't. But anyway, this is a pair of smooth ostrich. So you can see the slight bumps. In my opinion, smooth ostrich are probably the most comfortable boot to wear. And these are made by Corral. And, it really surprised me when you can see the Corral name there, got my first pair of Corral. I was shocked at really just how great of a boot they are. They're made in Mexico, but they're a fantastic boot. Next one is a black cherry, and this is another alligator belly, and these are from one of my favorite boot manufacturers, Blackjack. And Blackjack's out of Texas. They make fantastic boots. I believe the bootmaker used to work at Lucchese, and you can see the skin on those. Just a beautiful boot. I love that color, and very comfortable. Blackjacks are extremely comfortable. In fact, I find them more comfortable than Lucchese. So next here is another Corral, and these are really nice find. I picked these up relatively inexpensively on eBay, and again, barely used. I've wore them quite a bit, and they're just a fantastic boot. More of a square toe for that type of occasion. So, but really just really nice scales. You can see on there, really smooth and extremely comfortable. I like the extra padding that Corral boots have. So this next one is an off-brand. Let's see if we can find it there. I don't know if you can see it inside, maybe not, but sorry about that. But it's there we go. Still hard to read, but it's Palace Boot Shop, and it's out of Texas, and a really nice pair. Again, a lot of alligator belly here early on. These are kind of my everyday wear. This is a medium brown, pretty cool. Cut up the shaft there on the boot, but really a nice, comfortable boot. So next one here, I also picked up pretty recently. This is Caiman. So you can see the difference between Caiman, and this would be like a Caiman tail. So when they're raised, they call them a tail. I have several of these, as opposed to this, which is a belly. So the belly is going to be smooth, not with bumps, but Caiman always has kind of indentations in there. And so you can kind of see that almost, you know, almost like a fingerprint. So I don't like Caiman as much. It's a little harder, and it's not quite, I think, as good looking as a nice smooth boot. You see, there's no that type of fingerprint is not there like they are in this Caiman. But nonetheless, these are really nice. These Caiman, I'm trying to think. Gosh, this was a. Who made these boots? Jeez. I'm looking to see. I think I would remember who these boots are from. They were. Oh gosh, how could I not remember these? The reason I got these are the famous JB Hill. Jeez, can't believe I forgot that. So JB Hill out of Texas is just one of the high end boot makers, and just fantastic quality on these. And so that's why I ended up getting the Caiman, even though I'm not a huge fan of Caiman, because of the JB Hill make. And I knew I've had some JB Hill before and actually sold them, but they're just such a fantastic boot, I couldn't pass it up. So here's an interesting one. These I'm actually putting up for sale. I'm not a big fan of the bigger square toe. You can see that is slightly bigger. I guess I'm close to the same. But these are Lucchese. And what I want to show you with these, if I can find it in there. So this is the Lucchese. Generally, it says Lucchese Cowboy. It's similar to the Lucchese Classic. I don't know if they're considered the Classic or not. But it's that is a... believe that is almost looks like, I would say that's crocodile, but I was going to say Caiman. I thought they were Caiman, but I don't see a lot of that marking in there like you normally do. So compare that to another boot that I'm going to sell. This is Lucchese also, but this is a different collection of Lucchese. Sorry about the camera work here. So it's not the 1883, but it's not the Classic either. But I do like those a little better because they just the color and the texture. Those are larger scale alligator, and so again, more they call that a large scale alligator. I don't know that they call it the belly, even though it kind of looks like it could be. Here's a pair of smooth ostrich Lucchese Classics here, and so you can see they've got up around the top there some interesting pattern of a lighter brown. And again, this is a smooth ostrich, so you can see the bumps slightly when you see full quill, which I'll show you. You'll see much more pronounced skin. Now over here is a real interesting pair of boots, and for country music fans, you might appreciate this. So these are a dark blue Alligator Belly bias cut. So the bias cut is where it's kind of at an angle on the toe. And these are made by a custom boot maker, Hanson Exotics. And they're out of California. I think they produce some out of Texas too. But Hanson Exotics, you want to check them out. They got some great boots. But as I mentioned, for country music fans, this, if you can see, that is the signature of Eric Church. And for those that know Eric Church, he does a song called These Boots. And typically, he will look into the audience and people will put their boot up in the air. And he'll pick out a boot and he'll ask for that boot to be put up on stage. And these were put up on stage. And so, really cool. He signed it on stage during the concert and threw it back to me. I haven't worn them since. So, here's an offering, just a boot that I found online on eBay. Another Alligator Belly, really cheap. a decent boot. I may sell them because I got so many of the Alligator Belly, but an interesting boot nonetheless. Now, what I don't usually show, I haven't shown in any other video, are women's boots. So I've got a couple pair of women's boots here. And these are really probably could rival any boot I have in my collection. Made, again, by Hanson Exotics. And you can just see just a beautiful bias cut alligator belly. Made in the USA. Custom boot maker. Just a beautiful boot. The lighting in here makes it look a little reddish brown, but it's really a dark brown. And then these are a Lucchese boot, woman's boot, really kind of tall boot, and you know, just a really unique pattern, but very cool. A lot of cool women's boots out there. So let's take a trip downstairs and see the rest of the collection. So here we are in the basement, and you can see the rest of the collection of boots. It was back there. So yeah, overdid it a little bit. That's why I certainly got some to sell. So great looking snakeskin boot here from Blackjack. Just one of my favorite boots. I wear it on occasion, but not often. It's just a fantastic boot by Blackjack. The scales, the coloring is just phenomenal. Just a beautiful, beautiful boot. Now these also are, I believe, a python boot, and this is from Justin. And Justin makes some really nice boots, or they did. I don't know the newer ones. I tend to only buy boots made in the USA or Mexico. I know a lot of the Justin boots now are not. Some are made in China, I believe, but this is an older pair of Justins, but again, a beautiful scale on those. So here we go again with some Alligator Belly. And so these are, I believe, this is Hanson Exotics again. So Hanson makes just fantastic boots, and you can see the toe, nice etching on the way up there, and just a fantastic alligator belly with a kind of a pointy toe. Another Hanson Exotic here is just one of the most unique colors on a boot. It's again, this lighting makes it look a little more orangish, but it's really kind of a light brown. But an alligator belly again. You can see Hanson, just the quality there, the beautiful skins. And these are a pair of Blackjack, and again, so the difference here, this is alligator tail. You can see the difference between belly and tail. And tails, if you want some of the raised look, some of the more pronounced features, and I like that on here. And certainly then up the shaft they have some alligator there, and so really a nice pair of boots. You have to have a classic pair here. So this is an old classic Lucchese. These are back from when they were made in San Antonio, and just I believe just a regular cowhide leather, might be a calf, but just a smooth, nice boot. These boots probably getting close to 50 years old. Just a really nice classic boot. And here is Tony Lama. So Tony Lama has a nice pair of, these are full quill ostrich. I mentioned that before about the full quill being very pronounced ostrich skins. And Tony Lama had signature series boots, and that's what these are. And some of those Tony Lamas are really, really nice. If you can see back in here, so here's another older classic Lucchese. So again, back from San Antonio, and this is just a beautiful skin. I highly recommend it. It is a ostrich leg boot, and so it's got the scale almost like an alligator. You can kind of see there up towards the top, and then The scale changes a different cut, but it's one of the most sturdiest boots you can get. And Ostrich leg is just a fantastic looking, very unique boot. And again, these boots 50 plus years old, I believe, from Lucchese. Here's a pair from Ammons. Ammons is a Texas boot maker. Again, this is a full quill ostrich, nice black, very shiny, beautiful boot. A few more. So this is another pair of, this is calf, I believe, and these are Lucchese. So these are a newer style of Lucchese, if you can, I don't know if we can see in there, but that type of Lucchese boot is just a really, really comfortable, soft leather, soft calf, and just a beautiful boot if you want your traditional cowboy boot. Next to this is just one of the most fantastic boots that I have. These are Lucchese Alligator Belly. Again, an older boot, maybe 40 some years old. You can see the intricacy of how they the boot going up the boot, just beautiful. And then the alligator skin. Lucchese's just, fantastic. It's like the Cadillac, and so it's hard to beat Lucchese. You have to have a pair of Lucchese's in your collection. Tony Lama again. I've got some Lama boots, and this is a nice blue. I like the blue. It's got a little bit of black tint going in there, and this is a smooth ostrich. So you can barely see any bumps at all, but a very, very comfortable boot. Nice contrast with the black, but smooth ostrich is a great boot. Next to that are a pair. These are actually gray. They look kind of brownish here in this light, but these are Tony Lama. Again, kind of a bias cut there on the side, and then the front, the scales get smaller, and alligator belly once again. One of my probably all-time classics. This is very similar. You can see the same design. This is a Lucchese. And again, these about 40 to 50 years old. Alligator belly, bias cut. I don't wear those too much, just a special occasion. Fantastic boot. I just love the workmanship, the design. You can see how pronounced those scales are. Just fantastic boot. Here's a boot that's a little more pointy-toed than probably my preference. The last several are, and these last few here are from the same boot maker, and this is Old Mexico, or Mejico. And these are made in Mexico, and really a nice boot, very unique. The toe on those, and of course these are full quill ostrich. I really like the attention to the design. A fantastic boot. I haven't worn much. And then these last two are actually Pirarucu, or a fish skin, and they're just, very unique. The most unique boots, probably, other than maybe the snakeskin, but even more so than that. I mean, look at how pronounced those scales are. That fish skin is very, it's very smooth, very soft, but also supposedly holds up very well. I don't wear those a whole lot. They're just a special boot. And if you can get your hands on a Pirarucu, I highly encourage you to, because it's a very unique boot. This very pointy toe, and so you can see the black ones there. And the black ones, the scales are much more like rippled here, and so they're actually kind of coming out, but not coming apart. That's just how they were. These boots don't have much wear, and that's how they came. And again, that's Old Mexico is the boot company. So there you have it. If you like the video, please let me know, and if you have a favorite of these, let me know. I'm always interested in and hearing what people think. Oh, last boot here, I guess down at the bottom didn't have a hook, and these are kind of a dress boot, so you can see it's much shorter. And these two were made from Hanson Exotics, and it's full quill ostrich, and has the ostrich in a zipper on the side, makes it easy to get on. But it's a short boot, so it's a dress boot, and the ostrich goes all the way up, so it's the whole boot is ostrich. So anyway, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video here, and leave your comments, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.